In this video, we're going to give you a high-level overview of the latest innovation from GraphicsFlow, and this is called the Art Portal. Now, the Art Portal makes all of the design ideas, clip art, and fonts that come in your GraphicsFlow account, makes all that content available for your customers and prospects to search and browse, and ultimately choose and submit design requests to you and your team. So this technology really empowers customers to self-service, be interactive and involved in the process of selecting the right designs and clip art and fonts that they want to be part of their branded merchandise campaign. So without further ado, let's get into an overview of the first part of this technology, which is the interface that clients will use to, again, browse all of the art content available through GraphicsFlow. Now, of course, you can upload your company logo that will display in the top left. You can also add custom links, and this is a great way to promote other websites or other parts of your business. You also notice that there's a Needs Help option, which when clicked will display a video overview of how to use the Art Portal. And last, there's an optional Contact Us feature, which will allow customers and prospects to ask questions and submit those questions in a form that will go directly to you and your team. Now, the last part of customizations, you of course can control the heading and description that displays here. So of course, here's the default messaging, but this is a great place to personalize messaging and put in a quick description. You can control, of course, the font color and the background color here. Now let's talk about the workflow of empowering your customers to really self-service and be involved in the process of finding the right designs and clip art and fonts that they want as part of their campaign. So at the left-hand side, of course, I can browse by design ideas, clip art, and fonts. Your customers will also have the ability to search and browse by category. They can filter by style. And the easiest way to find the right content is to simply enter in a search term. So here I can enter in a term like soccer, for example. I ought to spell that properly. So you can see I'll type in soccer with the right spelling, and you can see all of the soccer designs that are available in GraphicsFlow. Now, I'll point out that the GraphicsFlow art library is over 25,000 designs, clip art, and fonts, and that grows every single month with the addition of new content. So you're going to be assured that your clients will have access to the latest trends and styles of artwork. Now, in terms of selecting content, notice when I hover my mouse over a file, I get a blue icon that allows me to select that file. I get a magnified view, and here I can input art notes, so I can describe what it is I like about this design, what I want to see changed or modified or personalized for my particular needs. So again, you're empowering your clients to tell you what they like about this concept and what changes they'd like to see. So here I'm just going to put a note as a placeholder, and I'll click Add Item. And you'll notice there's a little green check mark on that particular file, and I have an indication that I've added that to my request. So I'm going to choose another design here, and I'll click Note. I'll also add that. And you'll see at the very bottom, here is my design request. So here I have the ability to edit my notes. I have the ability to remove a file. When I'm done curating and adding all the designs and clip art and fonts that I love, and I've made all the notations, as a customer or prospect, I can now click Submit Design Request. And here, this is sort of the final stage in the process. I can have a sort of a summary view of all the content I've added. I can still choose to remove or update or add notes. And then lastly, I'm going to enter in my contact information. So really a summary here, you're empowering your clients to see content, which removes the guesswork and the endless back and forth process of trying to get ideas generated. This really directly allows clients to be involved in that process and to directly hand select the concepts they want as part of their branded merchandise campaign. So it's going to save you time, it's going to reduce friction and complexity and really a major time delay in the sales process, and really it results in just a better customer experience. Plus, you're going to gain a competitive advantage. So your customers can here enter in their contact information and submit the design request. They'll get a success message, and you'll get an immediate email notification that a new design request has been submitted. Now let's jump into of course, the GraphicsFlow portal. So we've introduced a new workspace called Design Requests, and this is the area that you and your team will manage all of the submitted design requests. So of course, you can search, you can browse by open versus archived design requests, so it's possible to archive those design requests that you've converted into an art approval and you've managed and completed. And of course, you can store those for future reference. You don't have to delete anything. You can also choose to filter by team member. Now, of course, at each design request, when selecting it, you'll notice that we display a lot of information on the design request card. So customer name, email address, some icons that indicate whether there's an art approval associated to this request, whether notes have been added. You can also see the time last modified and also the assignee. Now, of course, when I select a design request, you get a whole host of features and functions to really manage and edit and take full advantage of this design request. So, of course, you can send an email, you can convert the design request into an art approval, you can download all the art content, you can also choose to archive, and lastly, you have the ability to add to an existing art approval or delete. Now, of course, you can assign to a team member that's going to be responsible for managing and coordinating with the customer on this particular design request. You can also log internal notes, so keep you and your team on the same page with the customer by logging internal notes. And then last, I can see customer contact information. That was, of course, the information submitted as part of that design request form. I have the ability to edit that in the event that I need to make a change or an update. I can also see notes that might have been appended from the client as they submitted their design request. I can always log those on behalf of the client. Now here I can see the selections. I can see the art content, whether it be a design idea, clip art, or font, and I can see the note that the client associated to this particular file. So of course here I have the ability to edit design notes. I can also directly download that content. So remember, at the very top, you can download all artwork, or you can choose to download specific files. Now last, you can see the very bottom, associated art approvals. So you can see here that we did in fact generate an art approval from this design request. So when creating an art approval, this is your ability to convert what the client had submitted into a GraphicsFlow art approval where you can continue to edit, modify, manage. You can also download content and modify and re-upload those personalized concepts that you've created using the content clients had submitted. So let me go to the last sort of workspace that's involved here. Of course, if you head over to Account Settings and then click on Art Portal, this is where you can manage and edit and modify all of the settings for the Art Portal. So a quick summary here, and I'll point out that if you continue to watch this video, it's going to roll into a deep dive where we go into more depth about this new technology. But a quick summary in terms of the value of the Art Portal and the problems that this particular technology solves. All print businesses deal with, again, guesswork and endless back and forth communication trying to get the creative assets approved and get the client excited about moving forward. Now, what the Art Portal does is it allows your clients to directly be involved in that process, eliminating guesswork, eliminating cost and wasted time and friction and bottlenecks. And again, it really is going to empower you to sell more effectively because you're going to be able to, get more work done and accelerate the sales process. So you can get paid faster. And ultimately, this just creates a better customer experience when they're directly involved in the process. And there's, again, no friction in terms of getting the right artwork for their campaign or for their needs. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to the GraphicsFlow team. We'd love to share a personalized tour of not only this workspace as part of GraphicsFlow, but also the other technology and tools and benefits that are involved with GraphicsFlow. And as mentioned, if you continue to watch, we're just going to roll into a deep dive in the event you want to know more about the GraphicsFlow Art Portal.